the IBA World Championships. Ivan Rodriguez, just 21 years of age, from Cienfuegos, and he has been magnificent, including eliminating the tournament #1 seed at the quarterfinal stage, prevailing on a unanimous points verdict over the #2 ranked boxer in the world, Serhiy Tamirjanov. The reigning, or the man who entered the tournament as the 2021 World Championship silver medalist. Opposed from the second place on the podium by the brilliant boxing.
He's Uzbekistan, Abdulmalik Khalakov.
His opponent is a fighter representing the host nation of Uzbekistan, Abdulmalik Khalakov, ranked number 16, tournament number 16, ranked number 16 in the world. 22-year-old from right here in Tashkent received the bye in the round of 64, so this is fifth.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a right-handed championship out here at the
short work of his semi-final opponent, stopping him
this
in
elite
the
men's
first round.
in the 54-57 kg featherweight division. Your five judges will be represented tonight ringside from Bulgaria, Ireland, Malaysia, Australia, and Argentina. And when the action begins, your referee starts the action by the bell, representing the IBA by way of Tunisia, with referee Sakara.
So that man in his second consecutive IBA World Championship final. Competed up at 60 kilograms in Belgrade in 2021. Lost unanimously to Sofyan Umahar, who claimed the second of what will become 3 world titles, because Umahar completed a hat-trick of gold medals here in Tashkent.
Boxers, keep your heads up, no holding and no low blow. Listen to my commands. Check hands. Good luck.
Set up. Moulel of Tunisia is the referee. Boxers return to their respective corners. They're about ready for the start of action. We're underway in the 57-kilogram featherweight division, the gold medal bout between boxers from the powerhouse IBA boxing nations of Cuba and Uzbekistan. The southpaw wearing red, Ivan Rodriguez, just 21 years of age, in his first appearance at an IBA Senior World Boxing Championships. As recently as 2021, I commentated on this man. He failed to win Poland, where he was at the World Youth Championships, boxing his way through to a quarter-final finish. And appointed Revelat Sabir of Kazakhstan in the semi-final. The man wearing blue is in his second consecutive IBA Senior World Championship final. He's the reigning Asian Continental gold medalist at 57 kilograms, winning 5 contests out of 5. Here he is at 57 kilograms. Gold medal appearance, gold medal bout appearance in 2021 was up at 60 kilograms. So really effective, punching and spinning off the line with Khalakov. Operates with a very low held guard. Tagged by a right hand on the way in, but then had his own answer during the course of what became an exchange. The first round stoppage that he produced in the semi-final damaged the nose of the history making Saibek Ulu from Kyrgyzstan. History making because he won Kyrgyzstan's first ever medal at a World Championships. He comes away with World Championship bronze and $50,000 to see Rodriguez. Picked off by a beautiful right hand, and just dropping his hands contemptuously and flashing that gum shield is Khalakov. Southpaw left, cracked home by Rodriguez. Looking for the body with a straight left jab, and then a wicked right cross upstairs brings about a standing count, much to the annoyance of Horta. But he left his chin open as he was looking for his own offense, and it was picked off accurately by Abdulmalik Khalakov. A crisp right cross. Again, there's a nice left hand from the southpaw wearing red that came behind the right jab. But just a reminder that in IBA boxing, the knockdown or indeed an 8 count won't necessarily result in a 10-8 round for the person who inflicted it. These scorecards can be returned using the 10-point must system in IBA boxing. 10-9 for a close round, 10-8 for a clear winner, 10-7 for total domination. Between the 10-second clap and the percussive rhythms being pounded out on the drums here at the Como Arena, difficult to tell which is which, but the 10-second clapper has indeed sounded. And there's the bell to conclude the first round of action. A round where the man in blue found his range effectively in this battle between two skillful boxers. Here's an example of his counter-punching on the back foot, and that was the right cross. That landed flush on the chin to bring about a standing count. Greater volume and solidity of shots landed from Khalakov should see him declared the victory in this round. Or to be able to change his tactics, tenor and tempo if he has indeed lost it, and there's confirmation. 10-9 across the board in favour of the tournament number 6 seed.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So into the second round we go. Van Horta conceded the opening round unanimously. We've seen him keeping those gloves around his temple now, bracketing his head with his hands effectively. It was when his hands were out of the defensive position in terms of protecting his chin that he was picked off by a crisp right cross, which brought about a standing 8 count. Roughhouse tactics being implemented by Khalakov. Not taking the opportunity to work inside Horta. It might not be his strong suit, but again, Khalakov just 23 years of age, but you see him looking to impose his greater experience by really roughing up Horta on the inside, hitting him with forearms, hitting him with the heel of the glove, not averse to putting his head in there on occasion as well. And then when he gets back to punching range, there was a nice 1-2 combination where the up jab from the left hand was the lead shot of the cluster. So he's just given the impression of a boxer who's in control here, Khalakov. Not averse to getting physical on the inside. And you see again Horta waiting for the instruction of the referee to break. But body punching, an art in itself. And when you've got a fleet-footed mover like Khalakov, well, dig the man downstairs a few times and that will test his conditioning and hopefully slow him down in the third and final round. But Horta not taking the opportunity to do that when he finds himself chest to chest and shoulder to shoulder with the man in blue. So then time is ticking by, and when the action resumes, he's doing a good job of scoring and giving the impression, look at that, single left hand without reply, spinning off the line. 1-2 combination to the one shot landed for Horta. So Horta finding the man very difficult to pin down and catch cleanly. And again, you see he's not taking the opportunity to dig away downstairs. You can see that he's a wonderful punch pickup. And now I think he's going to be docked a point for excessive holding. So he's really got it all to do here, because a warning has been issued. Will it be both ways? No, it isn't both ways. I think for what it's worth, it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, but it's the man in red who has been penalized. So even in the event that he were to win this round, remember, it's a 10-point must system, so as the name suggests, oh, that's a low blow dug in with the left hand from the southpaw. Doubled over Khalakov momentarily. But even if Horta to be judged the winner, it would be 10-1. Now in IBA scoring, the deduction can either be taken into account at the conclusion of the round where it occurred, or removed from the total scores at the end of the contest. So a very difficult 3 minutes for the man in red, Seidel Van Horta Rodriguez. For my money, he was just old man, using boxing vernacular, out of that second frame, because the man in blue did a better job of boxing on his own terms. And in addition to, I feel, winning the round, the man in red was hit with a warning. So in the event that the warning is taken into the point deduction for the warning is taken into account in this round, well, he's going to be trailing by a proverbial country mile. So there are the scorecards then. Horta has taken it for judge number 5. That gives us one scorecard of 19 points apiece. 20-18 after 2 completed rounds for 4 of the 5 judges, which means that the deduction will be taken into account at the conclusion of the contest.
Seconds out.
Well, in the presence of the Vice President of the Uzbekistan
Round
Boxing Federation, Abdulmalik Halakov, wearing blue, is in a really commanding position. He took the first round unanimously, the second on a 4-1 split. Binding the glove just requiring a little bit of attention. So the action resumes with 10 seconds or thereabouts having elapsed. So Sadler Van Horta Rodriguez knows that he is trailing by 20 points to 18. There's a point deduction for warning for excessive holding in the second round to be taken into account as well. So he needs a massive, the final 3 minutes just to get back on parity. And even though Abdulmalik Halakov is just 23 years of age, he's got that experience under his belt. And being crowned a World Championship silver medalist is a beautiful right hand to the body, left hook to the chin of the advancing man in red. Wonderful punch picking from Halakov. But having had that experience on the global stage of boxing all the way through, winning 4 contests out of 5 to claim 60 kilogram silver, he's bringing that experience to bear here in front of his home fans, and he's edging ever closer to top spot on the medal roster. And again, there's a lot of spoiling taking place here, and then you see when he does punch, he's landing the more eye-catching work. So that was 3 shots landed without reply, and then look at that, I'm not holding referee, whereas in fact he is holding and preventing the man in red from working away. So he perhaps skating on thin ice. Halakov, the referee from Tunisia, has demonstrated that she's not hesitant in issuing a warning for excessive holding, but that is a veteran move from Halakov, trying to demonstrate to the ref that he's not holding when he in fact is holding. And if time out isn't called, as a wonderful jab continues to jolt the head of Horta. So you see it's a burst of eye-catching action, then an entanglement, and it prevents Horta from working away, and all the while he's just eating up the clock. This is a very clever display from Halakov. Trip to the canvas, we'll see the gloves wiped clean, more seconds taken off the clock. So Horta has got to find the finishing blow here. Timeout has been called now. The head of Horta crashed into that Abdulmalik Halakov. He spat out the mouthpiece, quick instructions which aren't supposed to be given when a boxer returns to get his mouthpiece rinsed and reinserted. But this is a very clever display. Veterans exhibition being produced. Borderline low blow with the right hand bolo shot from Halakov. And he's celebrating now as we edge ever closer to the concluding bell, which will see Abdulmalik Halakov claim World Championship gold here at the Humo Arena. He's managed the clock beautifully. He did his work in the first and second round, and then he's boxed on occasion, bound his man, his tentacle-like arms for the majority of the round, but this display is going to be enough to see the gold medal procession of Uzbekistan continue here at the Humo Arena, and that is why Abdulmalik Halakov concluded the contest with a beaming grin, because he knows that he just performed a little bit of fistic alchemy and turned the silver medal that he won in Belgrade 2021 into World Championship gold here on home soil. Celebrations abound over in that blue corner. It is mission accomplished for Abdul Malik Halakov. Bitter disappointment for Seidel Ivan Horta Rodriguez. But again, at just 21 years of age and in his first appearance at a World Championships, hopefully he will reflect in the weeks to come on what a magnificent achievement this is. To come away with a World Championship silver in his first appearance at an IBA Senior World Boxing Championships. And again, the contrast in body language is so instructive, particularly in boxing, but in all sports as well, because he knows that this hasn't been his day, but hopefully he can learn from the experience, grow from it, and come again. And we are surely going to see him at the IBA World Championship stage in the future. Tears of joy and anticipation of the announcement being shed by Halakov. Let's get the particulars from our MC Rishi Panika.
Ladies and gentlemen, this championship matchup in the men's featherweight division comes to a close after the 3-minute rounds. We go to the judges' scorecards, where all your judges see it the same way. Ruling in favor of your winner by points, declared by unanimous decision. To the blue corner is Uzbekistan.
There is the moment of confirmation, the moment of coronation for Abdul Malik Halakov of Uzbekistan. He has boxed his way to a brilliant 57-kilogram featherweight World Championship gold. Overcome with emotion, the man who claimed silver up at 60-kilogram lightweight in Belgrade in the previous edition at the back end of 2021 has gone one better, outpointing the immensely talented 21-year-old Seidel Ivan Horta Rodriguez. He sportingly holds open the strands for Horta to exit the ring, but he will have a silver medal to place in his trophy cabinet and $100,000. But jumping for joy with his customary somersault of celebration is Abdul Malik Halakov. Fans being flooded in celebratory fashion in the Humo Arena because a home boxer, one of 7 finalists contesting championship gold here in Uzbekistan, has just claimed World Championship gold. Magnificent accomplishment. The king of the Asian continent becomes king of the world, adding to his magnificent recent run of success, and he's still only 23 years of age. First saw this man in 2018 when he had a quite simply awesome year at youth level, taking continental golds. I commentated on him at the Youth Olympic Games in Buenos Aires. And he then followed that up with and then he took World Youth Gold before that. So winning every youth title available to him in 2018. And what a transition he has made through to the senior ranks. A World Championship silver when making his World Championship bow at senior level in 2021. And here, on home turf,